We're back again for another lovely video involving Reaper Bones 4, the Kickstarter. What an exciting time. And I gotta tell you guys, I still haven't gotten everything inventoried, but I did get one step closer last night at work. I went through, I looked at several lovely items, and we're going to talk about some of those items. I have not put anything together, so unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of opening and looking, but I did figure something out. Something I didn't realize, even though it was so obvious. Okay. We're going to start with the Frost Giants. Two things you need to know about this Kickstarter. Okay. One, if it's in a Ziploc bag, it's Bones Black. Yeah, that's what I figured out. Two, if it's not labeled, it's probably Bones Black. If it's not in a vacuum sealed, well, not vacuum sealed, but a sealed package, it's Bones Black. If it comes in a box, it's probably Bones Black. Actually, let me think about it. No, Argent would be an exception there, right? But a lot of it, if it's in a box, and of course the core sets, they're not Bones Black. This is Bones Black. Now this model, I both love and hate it at the same time. And let me explain. This model is a lovely sculpt. Lovely details. Amazing, right? Here's my problem with this model. Unlike the Stone Giants from the Lost Valley, oh, and also Bones Black, one lovely disadvantage is this. Oh, one lovely disadvantage is this little bit about having to set it up. Like the bases, if gluing the pieces together, all this stuff, it can be tricky. We need a little more weight. Oh yeah, that's gonna work a lot better than these little, yeah. All right. So anyway, let's use Reaper paints in the backdrop here. Since we're talking about Reaper stuff, here we'll get rid of this Vallejo Gaming. No. I only use Reaper stuff. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this model. So here's my problem with this model. Now again, there's nothing wrong with the sculpt. The sculpt is great. But when I grab random guy here, let's grab a random Reaper guy here. And I put him next to that stag with a giant head rack. Okay. Okay, that's not a baby stag. Look at that rack. Well, that deer better be from North Carolina. Okay. I don't know if you I used to be in the Army, and man, they got some small deer there, but that ain't a real deer right there. Okay. Matter of fact, if I'd have thought ahead, I'd have grabbed a deer model, an actual stag model that would be the appropriate size. So this thing is the size of a German Shepherd. Okay. If that, in scale. Now, the other issue I have with this, and we're going to look at it, I'm loath to do this, but I must. I love the sculpt, though. Let me be clear. I love the sculpt. I really do. I think it had so much potential, and that's what hurts me about it so much. Let's do this. I'm not even going to pull out the big goofy Frost Giants, okay? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go with the old Hasbro. Okay. There we go. She's 1/3 shorter than this guy. And the new ones are 1/3 taller than he is. I mean, she would be like a pygmy Frost Giant. All right, she's not that stag. If this model was an inch taller, it would be fine. It needs a whole inch, guys. Everything about it, if it were increased, yeah, the scale that much. But I've been so happy with this Kickstarter, I am loath to mention this. But it's pretty much a useless model for that reason, for me, which is really sad. But it does have a use. Okay, I did think of a use for it. Firebolt, right? Someone was asking me on the forum the other day, what can I use from Reaper for a firebolt? Here it is. Here is your firebolt. Okay. I cut the stag off. But actually, the stag bugs me more than the shortness. Just the scale of it. If it didn't have that rack, if you cut that rack off, actually, that's what I might do. It just bugs me to death because this model had so much potential. The sculpt is amazing. It's amazing. That's a nice look at those details. That stag, if that stag were to scale of this whole thing, like if you grew this giant to where that stag was the size of an actual stag, it would be this would be a home run. It's a double, guys. It's a double. Could have been a home run. Anyway, I hate being critical because I really like the products. I mean, I buy a lot of the products, and I don't know what happened there. But I digress. We're going to move right along and talk about some more great stuff. All right, that is the first Frost Giant. There are 2 Frost Giants in this little bag of goodies. And a dire wolf. Now, again, I don't care how dire your wolf is. I don't care. That wolf should not dwarf a male stag with a rat. And when I say dwarf, I mean this thing isn't even a thigh. It ain't even a thigh. It's not a thigh. All right. I'm done talking about that. Man. Let's look at the model. It's a nice dire wolf, This would be intimidating if this guy runs into this. Oh boy. The monk might be a little scared of that. That's cool. Nothing wrong with the wolf. It's a big wolf. Woof, woof. All right, the other giant, Frost Giant's going to have the same problem, isn't it? The difference being that it doesn't have an animal on it that's too small. So that's a plus. And actually, it's taller. Seems to be taller. That could just be the nice wings, though. Let's do a compare on this one and the other one. I think we might actually be able to use this model with the Hasbro, not the WizKids Frost Giants. And if you were doing a village, you could kind of scale them down. Oh, you come to the Frost Giant Enclave where a juvenile is present. Okay, well, this could be your juvenile here with the stag on her back. Yeah, look at the difference. Okay. Look at that. She's actually, with the wings, taller than, right? And not taller than that axe, but definitely the scale is much better. And now, since I've seen that, because I didn't have that other Frost Giant at work, let's compare just the 2 Bones models here. Apples to apples. All right. Okay. And again, she is about a half inch shorter. Why? Why is she a half inch shorter? significantly shorter. You see that? And it's not just the wings. This model is out of scale. All right, I'm putting it away. I'm not going to look at it. If you want Firebolt, here's your Furbolg or Firebolt or however it's you got it. Or what that PC race in that other game. All right, this one's cool though. Interesting. And look at these swords. Nice. I like it. Pretty sweet. Got no problems with this one. This one's fine. I just wish the other one was a little bigger. That's it. That's my only problem with it. It's too small. And there's no way we can pretend it isn't too small. I mean, I can't do it. I can't pretend. All right. We're going to go to the next pack. I think I messed that up. Anyway, I'll fix it later. And in the next pack, and this one's not Bones Black, so this is a grand unveiling here. Oh, I gotta get my knife. Knife. Cut. All right, here we go. Knife, cut. Slicey. Anyway, I'm doing all the giants. So if it takes half an hour, it takes half an hour. We're going to go real quick, though. This is the Fire Giant Huntsman. And he looks way bigger than our Frost Giants. Although not taller. He's short. He's like a dwarf. You know, a dwarf compared to a human. Stocky, wide. Anyway, he's a little on the small side too. He's like actually this is closer to a Furbolg or Firebolt giant than that because they kind of look like dwarves. All right. Well, again, cool sculpt. And here's that Hellhound, which goes great with your Hellhounds from the fan favorites, right? Oh boy. Roof. Rottweiler. Okay. So, it's cool. I can mess with this. This is good for something. If nothing else, it's the head ogre or something. Or a smallish hill giant. Moving right along. All right, slicey. Here we go. Now, once I open these, I do assemble them off camera, usually. Because once you open them, you don't want stuff yet. Okay, I don't need to cut this open, guys. Here's your saber-tooth cat. Okay, this is your Hill Giant Huntsman. Hill Giant Huntsman. So you got your Fire Giant Huntsman and your Hill Giant Huntsman. And we can do our comparison here with the regular size guy. We'll go ahead and cut this one open. Man, maybe I'm just freaking out because I don't know. Here, go ahead. Since it's on a joint, you don't have to be fancy with this. All right, let's compare and contrast here. This is supposed to be a hill giant. This is a human. As I recall, they're Well, I actually got to bring that up a little bit, don't I? So it's not quite twice as tall as the human. And I think they upped the scale too, to be fair. I think they upped the size. Here's Agrimon's hand, guys. Remember last time we were messing around? Yeah, I'm glad I saw that. All right. Anyway, so here, let's be a little more careful with this. All right, cut that off instead of breaking it off. I can file it later. Here is Mr. Beardslot. All right, pretty sweet. Again, the comparison. And he is a fair bit shorter than our other giants, it looks like. Which, you know, he's a hill giant, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, quite a bit shorter than the one I thought was too small. Honestly, I would say this could pass for an ogre. But that's fine. Ogres are cool. I got no problem with that. And plus, I mean, there's nothing here that says, oh, look, that's way out of scale with a human-sized character. You know, everything's proportional. Oh, he's got really big feet. Oh, he's got a big old head. That makes sense. No tiny baby stag on his back. All right, so he's cool. That's all right. I got no problem with that. And that was our huntsman, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep, that's a cool model. Nothing wrong with that model. And again, if you're using all Reaper stuff and not mixing and matching, you're not going to have a problem anyway. And the Hill Giants, you know, like I said, I think they scaled it up in 5th edition D&D. I think they increased the size, and I would have to research it to really tell you, or they've always made models smaller than they actually were scaled in the game. And I couldn't tell you which. I know they changed dragons a lot. Okay, this one is just Hill Giants, and I imagine it's going to be more of the same. We're going to have a kind of a smaller scale than, you know, other companies might have. Although, like I said, in the that Lost Valley set, those stone giants were fine. That's what amazes me about this. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Something popped off. I'm hoping, because there's a sprue bit at the end here, unless they just cut something else off of there. I guess we'll find out real quick. Okay, this is a situation where we need to cut it. See that? You don't want to divot in the head, so we just cut that sucker. Yep. And then I'll file it off later. And then this is no big deal because you see it's on a key, so who cares? All right, so this is going to go like this, clearly, and this goes like that. And we'll clean that up later. This is about the same size as that other hill giant. He's probably a little bigger than these guys, the huntsman. And here it is as compared to a human-sized unit. And he might be a little taller, actually, than the huntsman. I'd have to pull it out and look. Again, I have no problem with these models. You can use them, if nothing else, for ogres. Depending on what you're playing with, there's nothing wrong with these models. These are fine. All right, guys, that's all we're going to talk about today. Well, actually, I did order something and got the free Bones Black Mini of the month. Let me grab that real quick. Bones Black, the mini of the month. This one is called Tara the Silent, or Tara. I would say Tara. Pretty cool little model. Yeah, nice little model. I bought actually my order this month was a little different than usual. I bought this. I paid full price for a metal mini. I've never done that before, but I thought this was really cool. Pretty sweet little model here. Let's see if we can get. Yeah, I like that one. So it was worth $6 whatever to me to have, because I got something specific I want to do with that. I think that's really cool. I got some bases, lots of bases. Well, not lots, a few bit. I got some bases, really big bases, because Cthulhu, or Thulu, however you want to pronounce it, he needs a base. His friends, which you've seen on these videos, they all need bases. Everyone needs a base. So you get a base, you get a base, you get a base. I ordered bases with the Kickstarter, but I guess I didn't order enough bases. The big ones, I guess. Oh, I remember. I think I was thinking I would get them off another retailer. But I was checking the prices, and it's not really that big of a deal. And it got me, this. So why not? All right. Anyway, I hope you find all the miniatures of your dreams while you're awake. And if you don't, well, you probably should have looked a little harder. All right. Have a great day.